This is question number 586 from Lead Code, and we'll be solving this question. Please open the link to this question and we'll start solving it. So let me share my screen. So first of all, let me just help you with what we actually need from the question. Okay. So if you can see here that we have customer name, customer number and order number in the columns in the table called orders. Okay. So in orders, what we have customer number and order number. Okay. And we have to find the customers that have placed the maximum number of orders. So write a SQL query to find the customer number for the customer who has placed the largest number of orders. Easy. The test case are generated so that exactly one customer will have placed more orders than any other customer. That means in our answer, what we'll just have one number as an answer because there won't be any type. It is specified in the question. So let's see an example what they have given in the example. So now you can see here that we have a small table orders and here we have order numbers. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 are the order numbers and the customer numbers that are corresponding to that are 1. The customer who has the customer number 1 has placed the order number of 1. So customer who has the customer number of 2 has placed an order number of 2. Customer who has the customer number of 3 has placed an order number 3. And similarly, he has also placed an order number 4. So in our case, the customer who has the order number 3 has placed 2 orders. The customer who has the order number 2 has placed 1 order. And the customer who has the order number 1 has placed 1 order. So this is the one that has placed the maximum number of orders, right? And we just want to return this 3 as the answer. Simple question. We understand how it is being done. Okay. Now let's start with the solution. So the first thing that I can think of is we have to group. We have to first understand the approach of solving this question. So the first thing will be we have to group the orders that the customers have made. So we'll use group by. That is the final. Okay. So if I write, I'm leaving select. I'm writing from orders. And I'm using group by. So can you think of what we need to group by? What do we need to group by? Right now, if you're grouping by something, what is that particular value? Yes, you need to group by customer number. Okay, group by customer number. And suppose I'm in the output, I am giving both customer number and the number of orders that they have placed. For counting the number of orders that they have placed, we will use count function. I'll use count star as number of orders. Just to show you how this thing is working, let's see how this will be going ahead. So if I do this, let's see what will be the output. So we have the output as customer number 1 has placed 1 order, customer number 2 has placed 1 order, and customer number 3 has placed 2 order. So we have this 3 and 2, right? So we have to give this particular 3 as the answer. Okay. So if I do order, if I do order by number of orders, I do number of orders. Okay. So now the order will change because I have ordered according to the number of orders, right? So you can see, okay, now it's not working. 1 second. I have to use order by count star. So now you can see if I order by count star, that is how many people have ordered. And if I use descending here, That means I need to order it in descending order. Why? Because I need 2 to be at top and 1 to be at bottom. So if I run this out now, I'll get 211. This is working now, right? And in case I want to limit my result to just one answer, then I can use limit 1. Okay. So if I use limit 1 here, it will limit the result to 3 and 2. But I just want 3 as the answer, right? I just want 3 as the answer. So what I can do here is, if I can just remove this thing and see if this is working. Yes, this is working. It is accepted. I can submit this answer. Do we understand how we did this question? Do we understand the approach of solving this question? Any doubt in the approach? Easy? Yes? Now, we can also solve this using CTEs. CTEs are common table expressions. So, if I want to use CTE, what I need to do here is, let me first bring this back. So, let me say that I put this particular thing, this whole thing in my CTE, right? So, I'll just remove this and I'll just write with. I hope everyone is familiar with CTE. Are you guys familiar with CTEs? Do you know what is CTE? Yes, okay. So I'm writing with CTE1 and I'm writing this particular query as my CTE, that is common table expression. With CTE1 as select customer number from orders and group by customer number, right? So right now, what we need to do here is, if I just run this, if I just run select asterisk from CTE1, let's see what will be the output that we get. We get 1, 2, 3. We are getting the customer number. We are not getting the orders that they have placed. So if I write select customer number and count star, then I will get both. Then I will get both number of orders and what they have, the number of orders that they have placed. So if I run this now, so yeah, so you can see I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2 as the thing. Now, if I can do one thing, if I just name this, if I just give it an alias as orders num, and here in my CTE, if like here, if I just order by the orders number, let's see, order by orders num. So if I run this out now, so the orders num is not working. Can you think of a reason why this is not working? Because right now it is in ascending order. We need to sort it in what? Descending order. So I'll just say DESC for the descending. And now it should work. So you can see 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Okay. Now I told you I need to limit my result just to one top row. So I'm limiting the result by using limit, and I'll use limit 1 to limit the result. So now in my output, I'll get customer number and orders number both. But I only need this thing. So from my CTE, the CTE that I have written, I'm getting two things as the output, right? We are getting two things as the output, that is customer number and the count star. Count is basically used for counting something. A count star is nothing. If you just write count 0 also, this will work. Why? Because the count works by assigning this particular thing, that is this 0 thing, to all the numbers there. So you can write any kind of number here. If you write 8907865, it will still work. Count 0, count 1. If you write it in negative also, it will still work. So what happens behind the scenes of count is, it assigns the value that you put in the bracket to these things. So if you are counting the order number, so it will assign star here, star here, star here, and star here. Whatever you write in the brackets, it will be assigned to whatever you are trying to count. Clear? So we get, if I run this once again, I get customer number and orders number both. Now I just want customer number as my output, and the output for my CTE right now here is both customer number and the count. So I don't need count as my output. So what I will say, just give me customer number. I can even give it an alias as C. So if I just say select C from CTE1, it will give me the particular customer number only as my output. Okay, so you can see I have the output with me. So you can see right now it's just giving me this कि यहाँ पे customer number आना चाहिए. But what I'm trying to tell you is कि if you give it an alias right now here, if you give it any alias, you can use the same alias in your query later. That won't be a problem if you are using CTE, right? So if I remove this and I just write select customer number from CTE1, and if I just run it, so now this is giving me the correct answer, right? Limit was used here because we just want the top one answer. We didn't want all the other answers. If I just remove the limit, so I'll get 3 to 1 everything. So I just wanted the first answer. That is why we are using the limit here. So you can see we get 3, 1, 2, everything here. We just wanted the top first answer. To limit your answer to the topmost thing, we will be using limit. So limit 1 will give you the first answer. If you do limit 2, it will give you the top 2 answers. So this is how the limit will work here. So limit 2 will give you the top 2 answers, but we want just the first answer, so I'll just use limit here. Limit 1. Any doubts in the approach? So we are done with this. We had 2 answers for the same question. You can solve it using other things as well. You can solve this using subqueries too. We can do this with subquery, no problem. You can try using subquery and it will still work. So whenever you try to solve a question, the best part is whatever approaches come to your mind, try all of them. Once you are done with the approaches, once you have exhausted the number of approaches that you know, what you can do is you can always go in the solutions wala manual and you can see, okay, these are the solutions that are given. Generally, try to find the most voted ones. Yeah. So you can see these are the most voted ones and they have all the solutions written here. Okay, that these are the 3 simple MySQL solutions. So you can try all of them. It's totally up to you. A particular question can have multiple ways for solving that particular question. So you don't need to only follow a single way. There will be only difference in the speed of how this particular solution will go, but there will always be multiple solutions for that. Okay. So now this person has used group by and having and has used subquery as well. Okay. So it's totally up to you. It's very easy to understand. You can use this thing also. You can use any particular solution that you use as well. Understood this question? Any doubt in this question? Any doubt in the question, how this is being solved? Great. So what you can do, as I always told you, we have problem list. Sorry, I told you we can go in SQL 50 and you can try all the questions that are present here. So if you want to practice sorting and grouping, some selects and joins, some subqueries. It's totally up to you. You can try the different questions according to the types of what do you want to practice. So if you want to just practice aggregate functions or something, you can solve it. So for now, if I just click on this is average selling price. I'll just send the link to you. Let's solve this random question too. So here we have the average, we have the question name is average selling price, and the columns that are present here are product ID, start date, end date, and price. So it's the type of the columns is end, date, and end. So each row of this table indicates the price of the product ID in the period from start date to end date. Okay. For each product ID, there will be no two overlapping periods. That means there will be no two intersecting periods for the same product ID. Okay, clear? Then we have another table called as units sold, in which we have product ID, purchase date, and units. There is no primary key for this table. It may contain duplicates. Fine. Write a SQL query to find the average selling price for each product. Should be rounded to 2 decimal places. Return the result in any order. The query result format is in the following example. So we have product IDs 1122 here, and the start date and the end date of this is this, and the price is this. Okay. Then in the units sold, we have 100 units that are sold, and here we have 200 units and 30 units. So average selling price, if you want to find the average selling price, it is the total price of the product divided by the number of products sold. So if you see for the first one, the price of the product will be 100 into 5 because 100 units are sold, and it is multiplied by 5 because that's the price of the product. Then we have product ID 1 ka dusra bhi, that is 15 units sold and the price is 20. So 100 into 15, let me write it. 100 into 15 plus, 100 into 5 plus 15 into 20 divided by what? Divided by number of units sold. So the number of units sold will be 100 plus 15 for this particular question. So it will be 115. Easy. Now the average selling price for the product ID 2 will be 200 into 15 plus 30 into 30 divided by 230. Easy question. Easy question. Can you try solving this as your homework? Very easy question. I explained to you how we are going to solve this. You have to find what? Let me write it in the text. You have to find the average price, and the average price will be units into price divided by number of units that are sold. Okay. And you want to find it for all the products that are there. They can be duplicates, it is mentioned. So you can find it accordingly. Will you be able to solve this question as a homework? Guys, yes or no? Okay. So tomorrow when I'll meet, if you have any doubt in this question, I'll help you to solve this. But if you are able to solve this question, you can post it in the groups. Okay, this question is solved, because there will be some people that won't be able to solve this question. So you can always help them by posting your solution. It's easy question. You don't need to worry about it. Right? This is just about finding the average. Okay. So I'll meet you all tomorrow. I'll let you know about the time at night. So thank you everyone. Bye-bye.